Hey, Husker fans. This is Tom Shatel's Press Pass with Tom Shatel. I'm Evan Bland, and Tom, the sun's barely up on this weekday, and we have practice to talk about. Nebraska coach Matt Rhule, a handful of players spoke after their first practice of the spring and in the beginning of the lead up to the spring game. What stood out to you on day one?
So the fact that I was here at 7:30 was dark. That stood out to me, and the coach spoke and said, well, this was so that they did this early today, so early today, 6 a.m., so they could give the players the Saturday before Easter off. So I'm all for that. This is early, though, but it's never too early for Nebraska football. So, it was good. I mean, every time the coach talks, he's got something to say, and I think that's kind of cool. Today was housekeeping. Some guys who left the team. Anthony Grant has been suspended, sort of an in-house suspension until he gets some things cleaned up academically and some other deals. So I like the fact that they're holding people to a high standard already. I like that. So that's what this program needs, is more of that. So other than that, he had a kind of a fun quote about, he mentioned he saw the Nebraska helmet for the first time. He thought he was just sort of in awe of the helmet. So I've never heard a Nebraska coach say that. So I like that too.
Yeah, like you said, a lot of housekeeping today, some position changes, some players that have left the team. We'll have full coverage of that on Omaha.com. I thought something else the players mentioned, I want to get your take on this, Tom, is that they felt like they were having, even after day one, more fun, able to cut loose. Ethan Piper said he felt like Nebraska players in the past had been babied at practices, and they were able, even without full pads today, to just cut loose and have a little bit more fun. How valuable do you think that can be, even in spring, as you start to, define what the hard-hitting culture of this team can be?
Yeah, well, I think they need to cut loose and get more physical and get after it. I've been of the opinion that the standards have really fallen over the last decade or so. The expectation of what a Nebraska football player should be, that there's a certain way to go about your business, to do everything right all the time. It's just the way things were always done. So, and I think over all the coaching changes, everybody had their own way of doing it. They let things slide. I don't know if it's the new wave of coaching or what, but I like this way better, and it'll take a while for it to, I think, have an impact, but maybe not as long as we think, because, as you said, the players seem to want to be coached hard, and I think most kids do want discipline, and they do want to be shown the right way. So, if nothing else, for that reason, I think it was a good first day.
Last one for you. Busy week for Nebraska. Obviously, spring practices are going out. You got Pro Day on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Big recruiting weekend coming up. What's something on your radar here in the immediate future as Nebraska football gets going?
Well, just a lot going on. Energy, obviously. One thing I'm going to write about is, you know me, I'm Mr. Recruiting, but I don't follow recruiting as well as many of the readers do. But I think this weekend is big. Everybody's focused on the quarterback, the kid, Dalen Raiola, the Husker legacy. My take on him is, I think he's the most important recruit since a guy named Tommy Frazier. And the reason is, I don't know what he'll do on the field if he comes. He'll probably be good, but will he be Tommy Frazier good? It's unfair to compare him on the field right now. But I think off the field, he's the kind of guy who is sort of like the Pied Piper, and if he comes, he brings instant credibility to Matt Rhule in Nebraska, with not just the recruiting gurus, but the other players. Other recruits are going to follow him, And also transfers will want people will want to play here because he's here. That's how Tommy Frazier was in 1992. He showed up. It was like, okay, now Nebraska's serious. This is going to be good. Everybody wanted to be here. The whole '90s just sort of took off as soon as he got here. I think it could be the beginning of a decade, not necessarily national championships, but I think it would certainly turn the Husker fortunes around in a hurry if he came. So. How's that for hype? He already has enough hype, but I really do believe that he would be the most important get they've had since Frazier.
Well, it's all going to play out in the next few weeks. Again, practice this week. We've even had some prospects on hand today for this Monday practice. Pro Day coming up. A lot of stuff, even in the next month leading up to the spring game and beyond. So for Tom, I'm Evan. This is Tom Shatel's Press Pass. Thanks for watching.